Ladies and gents, strap yourself in because it is another fantastic week for GTA Online money making. The reason for that is because the new Issi Classic races. There are 7 of them, there are double cash and RP on it as well, and you can see some gameplay of one of them on your screen right now. I haven't played all of them, I can't really form an opinion on it just yet, so I'll check them out on stream tonight. So if you want to play along with that and check them out with me, then there'll be a link in the description down below to my Twitch page. Coming out, come play along if you want to and see what these races are all about. But the big thing, of course, this week is that there is even more double cash in RP inside of Heist. Because the Prison Break Heist and the Humane Labs raid are both double cash in RP and everything. And then Act 2 of the Doomsday Heist, which is of course the Bogdan problem, has double cash in RP in the finale. So if you want to walk away with a cool $1.2 million in less than 2 hours, then the Bogdan Problem Act 2 heist is definitely for you. Do try and play this with 2 players though, because that way you'll be making the most amount of money. And it's not really necessary to go beyond 2 players unless you want to feel more comfortable when doing so. The most fair splits for 2 players is 60-40, 3 players is 50-25-25, and for 4 players is 40-20-20-20. If you play with 3 players, the host will walk away with about $1 million, and the crew will walk away with about $850,000. With 4 players, everyone will walk away with $760,000. So keep that in mind. You're kind of robbing yourself by playing with multiple players when it's not necessarily necessary. You have to, of course, keep in mind that with the Doomsday Heist, you're gonna have to wait 3 hours if you want to replay it again. Unless you do it the smart way, where you have your partner launch up a heist as well while you're doing yours. That way you eliminate an hour of waiting and you can just keep on going. As soon as you're both done and you happen to have 2 other buddies who are doing the same thing, they can just group up for some prison break or some humane raid. Pick either. You'll be walking away with a couple $100,000 with that as well. So definitely a really good week of making some serious money in GTA Online. If you're someone that really wants to go for that RP grind, obviously the Issi Classic races are just regular races. You'll be earning the same amount of RP you would normally do in any other race. So don't worry about that. Definitely go out there if you want to earn that sweet rank 1000. But personally, I would advise you to kind of wait a week with that because there's simply way too much money to be made within these heists. So you probably want to focus on making money rather than RP this week. Alongside that, there's also double cash in RP in Lamar contact missions. A nice thing about the contact missions as well is that you can just simply throw them into a playlist. So there's another thing that you can add to the variety of things to do this week as well. As far as discounts go this week, there's 30% off the Adventure, Stromberg, Akula, Valkyrie, and TXXR, Insurgent and Insurgent Pickup, the Karen Technical, the RCV, the Mule, and the Dinghy. And I know what you're thinking about the last 2, like, oh man, I always wanted to have 30% off the Mule and the Dinghy, because that's a car I always wanted to use, or boat, or whatever you want to call it. And 40% off facilities, 50% off hangars, 50% off executive offices, and also 50% off bulletproof helmets, high street, light and heavy combat outfits, parachute bags with country flags, and also all yacht country flags as well. Now, as you can see, they're extended the last bit from last week, so if you're still someone that is in need of a facility, now is definitely the time to pick one up, especially with double cash going on at the moment as well. And I think we can definitely see the pattern that's going on right now. Last week they did Act 1, this week they did Act 2, and I'm pretty damn sure that next week we're going to have Act 3, so if you don't already have a facility, get one. Act 3 is more than likely going to be the big one. You're going to be making a lot of money when that goes double cash. And the premium race for this week is Vinewood Air Tours, which is locked to the thruster, which is the jetpack. And the time trial for this week is Tongva Valley, which, you can see on the screen again. I attempted it, but my gargoyle decided to turn it to a presser and fly away. So it's something I'll attempt on stream sometime later tonight. But with all that said and done, thank you so very much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe for more, and I'll see you all later.